Welcome back to more Summoner's War Monster Strategies. Today we're going to be looking at the Dark Imp known as Garok. So Garok is a pretty interesting monster just because of his passive, combined with his, first two skills. But the problem is that even though his passive is pretty interesting, his stats and, like squishiness just don't really go well with his survivability. Like he just can't be used at the end game. He cannot. He can be used early to mid game, but after that, it's hard to use this guy effectively. It really is. Let's talk about his stats as a level 46 star. So his stats are 7,410 HP, 725 attack, 428 defense, and 112 speed. As you can see, the HP is it's on the lower end, but it's not terrible, like 6,000-ish or even 5,000-ish, Attack is pretty impressive, I must say. Defense is average to a little bit under average, I guess, and speed is quite impressive at 112. So, he is squishy. 428 defense combined with 7410 HP is not exactly impressive at all, really. It's really not. So let's talk about his skills. Let's see what he can do. So his first one is Dark Spear. Attacks the enemy with a spear and increases the attack speed for 2 turns if you get a critical hit. The second skill unleashes an accurately aimed deadly thrust. This attack receives a 50% critical rate bonus. And the third one, Massacre Passive. The inflicted damage increases as a target enemy, HP decreases when attacking. So the lower the HP of the enemy that you're attacking, the more damage it increases. So it's pretty crazy. This skill works similar to, I believe it's the Wind Inugami. I believe it's the third skill in which he does more damage the lower the HP of the enemy. So the passive is pretty interesting. If a natural 4 or 5-star monster had this, it would be pretty, what's the word? Formidable. It would. The problem is that this guy's just too squishy, and I mean, the first skill, like I said, okay, it's the same typical skill, critical hit gives him an attack speed bonus. The second one, it does give a critical rate bonus, but I mean, he doesn't have any, like, really amazing attack, because Massacre would have been able to take advantage of it, but he really doesn't have an amazing attack. Hard Pierce is pretty decent. It's not a bad move, but, it's decent, like a little bit above decent. So, that's kind of the issue here. Let's talk about the rune setups. So for runes, Rage Blade, once again, is the way to go, just like almost every single imp, really. As far as the stats in slots 2, 4, and 6, attack, and then critical rate or critical damage with attack. So the reason why you want to do this is, well, the more attack you give him, obviously the more powerful he is, but combine that with his Massacre passive, and he can do a hell of a lot of damage with enemies who are down to about, 1/2 to 1/3 HP and possibly kill them. But like I said, extremely squishy, and he doesn't have a very OP move that, that could be taken advantage of with Massacre. That's unfortunate. Overall, he's not a terrible imp, and if you would have to ask me about like how good this imp is compared to the others, I would say he's probably the second best imp, just because, Ralph and Kog'Maw are terrible. Finn is now terrible too. He used to be good in Giant's Keep, but not anymore after the update, which was like a year and a half ago, so he's terrible. Taru is, well, he's pretty good, like I said in the last video. If you don't know about it, check out the last video. And then this guy, by default, he should be the second best imp, just because the first 3 are garbage. So, I mean, if you want to try him out, you could, and actually, a lot of people have been telling me that they are somehow trying him out, here or there if they get him, and they're seeing some results, but nothing spectacular, nothing that stands out. So he's solid, he's a solid monster, unlike the first 3 imps. But once you get to the end game, you're going to realize that you're probably going to be using other high attacking monsters, that are Dark Elemental instead of this guy. So that's the unfortunate news. Anyway, so that is my overall review of this guy. If you have any rune recommendations, go ahead and leave a comment, because I am sure that people would appreciate that, seeing your comments as to what rune recommendations should go, aside from the ones that I put. Or you can also agree or disagree with me, that's fine too. Anyway, thank you for watching, goodbye everybody, and until next time.